Okay, so call the meeting to order. And this meeting has been advertised in compliance with the Open Public Meetings Law and all relevant media. We have a roll call. Pat Butler. Pat.
Susan Callan.
Alex Balaban.
Dexter Delikers.
Julianne Bennett.
Jenny Lichtenwalmer.
Sunjata Sekou.
We are missing Liz,
Joe.
Joe Diorio, Joe Accardi, and Andrew.
Right. Well, Andrew doesn't have to come to show. So either
Well,
or.
either way, we're missing one of them.
Yeah, we're missing one of them.
All right, can we all stand to salute the flag, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yes. Okay, Liz emailed everybody a copy of the minutes from last month. You all had a chance to review them. Are there any comments or notes on them?
My only comment is, I see sometimes there's like, is there somewhere, sometimes where something is maybe tabled somewhere else and then it's asked that it's added in later? Because sometimes I see a report sent that someone says, okay, so I spoke to such and such, and then that person said this, so we're putting that in the minutes. Is that what happens?
5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh,
Can you give a specific example? Because I'm not.
no, because sometimes it's not. Sometimes I get more than one. Like I get one email saying that this is the report, and then I get another email saying I spoke to such and such, and then we putting this in. Does that happen frequently?
Not really. But nothing, we meet with such a frequency that we don't really have a pattern to what's.
But maybe
What's
you're speaking
protocol?
about the resolution.
But the
Is that what you're speaking
Right.
about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because there
okay.
was some discussion, like in a case like that.
Okay.
9,
For which one? For the
That
one for
was
the
for the
DVDs?
DVDs.
Oh, okay.
14,
Yeah, but then we just said we would bring it up at the
17,
at tonight's meeting, right? Not necessarily that it was
21, 22,
going to be
20,
tabled.
20. Yes.
No. Well, my
I'm
question
not sure what you're
is,
saying.
if sometimes I get an email saying, okay, this is the report, and
What, like
then-
what, from, or an email from who?
4, 5,
okay.
Please give me, I need
Because
specific
we're all
examples.
sending emails.
I don't think it's the minutes specifically, right? The minutes, from my reading, was exactly what took place.
Right,
in our
and this
1 hour call.
right. So I'm asking if then are there adjustments or addendums made after the meeting,
Yes,
post
the
meeting,
next
then
time.
added to the minutes?
But that would be the next month. If you, like now, if you look at the minutes and
Right.
said, well, this was a mistake,
Mhm.
then we would amend it for the next meeting.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
If it
Yeah.
was, a real mistake.
Yeah, but something that usually anything that would transpire in between meetings, like the DVD resolution, now that's just being addressed at this meeting,
Mhm.
so it's irrelevant to the last meeting.
Okay.
So we said
5, 7,
at the last meeting, please write the
We'll
resolution
table
out.
it.
So we said table it. So it was resolution was presented between meetings, but is now being addressed at tonight's meeting.
12,
Oh, okay.
Is that
Good.
okay? All right. Sorry, I wasn't.
6,
Sorry,
7,
that I
8
wasn't following.
words.
Yeah, but that's but if there's any additions or corrections to the actual minutes, then Liz makes them in the interim, and when the official minutes are filed, that changes.
12, 6,
Okay.
7,
Yeah,
8,
usually involves the
9,
misspelling of my last name.
20. Good work.
Yes, it does, actually.
Five.
All right, can I have a motion to approve the minutes from last month?
4, 5,
I'll make that
7,
motion.
8, 12,
Second.
17, 9, 20. Good work.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions?
I can't hear it.
That's the point.
I can't hear
I
it.
know, there's no sound today. Sorry, bud.
I can't hear it.
So play a different game. Okay, our
Does he
financial
wanna go
report and action on bills. Everybody could review the paper clipped section. Why was large print so low this month?
Well, because we're gonna start not spending a lot of money.
Okay. The circulation been low or?
No.
No.
We're getting toward the end of the year.
We're getting towards the end of the year,
Okay.
and we have to see if we have any money yet, because we're still waiting on that Verizon bill.
Yes.
That's what I was
That's a
gonna ask
scary
you
thing.
about.
That's the next
Scary.
thing.
No. But I understand it's a couple $100. Is that correct, or is it more than a couple $100?
Verizon bill? It's
Yeah.
like $4,000.
It's 4,000?
It's like
Okay.
3,000 something.
And it's a problem.
It's a big problem.
All right. See, because here you have pending. Are we paying the current, we're paying current bills, the Verizon bills.
No.
No,
We're not paying any Verizon bills?
no. We've talked about this endlessly.
No.
We're not
As soon as-
paying any Verizon bill. Because it's a long story.
Okay.
Michelle's not here, so.
All right, let it be. But it's
We-
being handled, right?
By
You're-
the
you're
attorney.
speak- Oh, by the
The
attorney.
town
Okay,
attorney
all
is
right.
handling
Yeah,
it.
it's all in the
Excellent.
meeting, you weren't here. Joe DeLorio had given us a name of a person for a
I
contact.
understand.
All of that.
Okay.
And he had mentioned that he was going to speak to Richard Huxford.
But I sent Richard Huxford a letter explaining everything.
Okay.
And he was gonna write to Verizon.
Can they cut off any service because we're not paying
That's
current?
what we're worried about.
Well, that's what I'm, okay, all right,
I think
whatever.
they have to notify us and give us a certain time frame before.
All right.
Basically, has to do with we don't want to acknowledge that the past charges are valid by paying.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
we're worried that
yeah.
that'll-
But you know what, it's amazing, a company like Verizon or any of these other, they have government relations offices. All of them have like government relations. I don't
We talked to
understand,
somebody through them and then she just disappeared.
She disappeared, and then we have another
She quit.
person now that, she didn't
Somebody
quit, but
quit.
she quit on us.
Yeah,
Right.
somebody else moved in, right?
Yes, but then we got another name, and this person we've left
I
at
gave
least
you a
20
name.
messages
I
from
gave
to
you a
call me
name
back
also.
and hasn't yet.
Mhm.
So, I mean,
I'm wondering if
I
push
think-
comes to shove, if Board of Public Utilities might help resolve, because I know they have a
we're
dispute
gonna-
resolution process.
We were gonna give Rich some time.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. If it's with the borough attorney, that's fine.
But I have a contact for Douglas with the president of the BPU, so I can,
that's a good point,
I'll see
though.
her.
No, because they have a dispute resolution
Yeah.
Yeah,
process. Okay, I'm
So
sorry, I
that's
didn't
the
know that it was
story.
that much, because Michelle kept saying like 300, I don't know what she was referring to. If it's that much, I understand the track here, we're going.
Yeah, so I wanted to be conservative with our spending until
Right.
No,
we
I-
figure out.
But we have that money if we need to.
We do have it,
Yeah, okay,
but-
all right.
You just never know what's gonna happen in the next month or so.
right.
You know, I like to have a little cushion.
Yeah. No, it's-
And we got a big donation from other people, from somebody on large print books.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's great, a citizen.
A donation.
Yes, actually, you know who it is? It's
No, you should mention
Master
it.
Peter's wife's mother.
Marianne Master Peters' mother? Or
Yes,
mom?
one of them, yes,
Oh,
somebody,
nice.
yeah.
Of actual books or of money to buy books?
Money.
No, books,
Books,
actual
oh,
books.
actual books, oh, okay.
Oh, that's
She
very
belongs
nice.
to a large print book club, and she just
Oh.
gets a tremendous amount of books.
That's great.
Yeah, so
Very nice.
that helped there.
That's good.
Do we have something going on with the copier this month?
No, why?
It was just twice as much as last month.
I don't know. So,
Oh, never mind, must be a quarterly, because court calls every 3 months.
yeah, there's more money, right?
Any movement with the computer?
I can't do anything until I put it for capital
Right.
money.
No, for the timing system and
Yeah.
everything?
But what did happen was, and I forgot to write this in my report, I'm glad you mentioned this. I had LMXAC come in, and they managed to disengage the printing system. So at least people can print. We just can't control the printing.
Right,
But we can still control the timing.
okay.
So, but not the printing.
So you don't have the mass copies going on that you had before?
Well, we try not to, but we could, because we can't control that anymore.
I know Broadway just built a new in-house system, so I don't know if you want to reach out to them.
It's very expensive. They use the same ones that we were going to
Yeah,
use.
no, but they built one in-house. They, their head of circulation is also a tech guy, and he built a new system,
Ah,
a new
wow.
timing system. I was saying, but they might be able to give you,
Yeah,
or he might be able to come and do it.
All right.
So,
yeah, I'll call.
It's
yeah.
all some cost to it. It's not too much.
Mhm.
I'm saying from his perspective, he's done the work.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, you want to talk to Mark Lesniak. at the-
Oh, Mark
yeah.
Lesniak.
Yeah, yeah, I worked with him at Scotch Plains, but he built a
Yeah.
whole new thing,
This
very
time,
simple
though,
to
I'll
use.
tell you, I mean, this would be nice if he could do something for us in the meantime, but I want to be with a legitimate company.
Right, right.
Because we did that with, what's his name?
With Pete.
Pete.
Yeah.
And look what happened, you
Right,
know?
yeah.
So, he left everybody in the lurch. So, I would rather do a company. But I put that in as my capital,
Yeah.
for
Okay.
capital money for next year.
Okay, do you have any other questions or concerns about the financial reports?
yeah, just I saw it when reading the last months, and I see it here again. Just the process of it. So we collect some income from the library, grade 570, and then you wind up depositing a piece of it. Does the rest go like into the petty cash or cash drawer or something like that? So
That is our total income.
no, so your total income was 570
Yeah,
for the month, and then you wound up making a deposit into our checking account of 512. I'm assuming. So that was part of the income derived.
I don't know what you're looking at. He's looking right here.
Right, so the total income is $570, and then on the last line under the checking account, it says deposits of $512.
Oh.
So it makes sense if you're keeping,
No, I don't do that though, so that maybe they forgot to add these extras.
Because it was the
They
same thing
forgot.
last month actually, and I kind of only looked at it.
Where are you looking?
So
Yes, I do see
Receipts
it,
for
yeah,
September.
deposits.
It's a separate-
It's on every one.
Oh, you know what it is? Some of the deposits, for instance, like, the copy machine. I don't know. That's a good question.
And I'm not saying it's in your
Unless
pocket.
some
I'm
of it's
just saying-
going into the savings bank,
Yeah.
savings. I don't know, but we're not taking any.
No, I didn't know, but,
Yeah.
maybe you keep a cash just from a pure.
No, we get petty cash, so we keep a separate cash check. That would be under something different. But when Michelle comes back, I'll ask her about that. I
Okay.
don't,
Yeah, that should match.
What was your question, Mr. Dela Cruz, with that? You said, could you?
I'm just reading the income statement. There was a income generated, and the income, it looks like they'll deposit the income, but it's at the end of the day, 90% of that was only deposited. That's
570, so you're saying 570 was the deposit, but you see,
a couple lines down in the checking account ending in 8618. There's a deposit that was
okay,
made.
I see, okay. I wasn't sure, okay. And the total library income, 570 and 512, okay.
Yeah, it's somewhere. I'm just on what's one.
yeah, no, I'm gonna ask, I'll ask Michelle. I
a
never,
very good question.
it's a very good
Yeah,
question.
I mean, an interim
yeah.
deposit could have been made before the money came in. It would be good to know.
Yeah, just it's a process question.
Yeah, yeah.
That could be too. This could be what we did for the month, but then this is all we put into the bank at that point,
Okay.
so.
Sure.
Yeah, no, but that's a good place for now. Thank you. I have a motion to approve our financials for last month.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Abstentions? Okay. Do we have a program or guest speakers? Do you have any correspondence?
I do actually. I know most of you probably don't remember Pat Miller. You know Pat Miller.
Yeah, yeah.
You remember her,
Yes,
right?
yes.
When I first came here, she was one of the board members. And remember I said that I thought somebody had told me she was very ill. So I sent her a card and she wrote back, thank you for the card. It was so nice to hear from you. I am enjoying retirement right now. It was the right thing to do considering I've had a long recuperation period from surgery late May. In April, I received news that I had carcinoma, a cancerous tumor in the bile duct of the left liver.
Mm.
I am currently cancer-free, yay, and I have started preventative chemo. I'm doing quite well, and my life is almost as normal as it had been pre-surgery, so life is good. How are things at the library? Say hi to everyone from me. Fondly, Pat Miller, Holcomb.
God bless her.
That's it.
In fact, I ran into her at a dentist's office in Union.
Recently?
No, it must have been around that time, actually, on Burnett Avenue. I could have, I could have swore it was like around springtime or something.
Oh.
And she told me she got married, I think. Yeah, she got married, yeah. Oh, God bless her. Along those lines, Paul Erslinger, Friends of the Library, I understand he signed himself
Out.
out of the hospital. I hope he's doing the right thing. But
Well, he sent an email today.
he survived the latest obstacle, so maybe we could send a card to him. So.
We sent a card from the library. We're going to
Oh, you
send
do?
a big
Okay.
gift basket, but if
Okay.
you guys want to, that would be a nice
Okay.
gesture.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll pass it on to Liz because she's the right person. All right, President's report. I just have one thing to bring up. The Casano Center has a box this month to collect candy for residents of Bender Avenue, since so many kids descend on there, but running into the problem of really no set night hours there. So if it's okay with everybody, I'd like to set up a box here too, for people to just drop off, and I'll bring a box over tomorrow.
Okay.
for
With a
people.
sign on it?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
I'll set it up.
All right, good.
But just so we know that, we're here these nights and people can come at night to bring, because that's already been a big question.
And it's Friday night, so.
And, right, it's gonna
And
be,
it's- right.
it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, it came about because there's a street in Cranford that has,
Yes.
like, when you walk into the neighborhood, there's a table, like, please drop off your candy donations here, and then somebody
Huh.
distributes up and down the street. So I think they're trying to just, so.
Does
That's
everybody know
amazing.
about what we're talking about, the Bender Avenue Halloween program? I mean, I just
Kids
asked.
love it, so.
You know.
I live on Sheridan.
Okay, so you know,
I
okay.
don't know what you're talking about.
But that's what I'm just asking. So what happens is all the residents on Bender Avenue open their doors to the children at Halloween, and they close off the street so the students, the parents can just relax and go house to house trick or treating. It's a safe environment, and they have the cars. The cars actually moved one year, didn't
Yeah.
they, to give them room.
They go crazy with decorations.
But the problem is, it's a lot of money for people to lay out for candy and for treats, so a lot of people, it's a hardship. So I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
At the Casano
Somebody
Center
said they could do
collecting, and maybe we
2,000
could too, for people to drop
Because it
off.
becomes, winds up not just being Roselle Park. It's-
Right, oh yeah, but you can't.
Right, right, of course.
Can't ask for ID.
But it's nice to
Ask
have
for
a
their
secure
library card.
Yes, bring your library card.
Nice to have a secure place though for the students and parents to go trick or treating.
Yeah, so that's one.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
One
Yeah.
particular resident was like really took initiative to, so everybody
That's a good
talks
idea.
about it, and then somebody's like, I'm doing this.
Right.
Which was really,
Great idea.
really nice to see. So. Nothing else from me. Children's Department report was emailed to everybody. Anything in particular that was?
Let's see, nothing really specific, nothing really, we're gonna be having the cake cookie decorating workshop tomorrow,
Oh, okay.
so that should be fun.
Who's doing that?
Who's doing that? Ellen and Kit.
Okay. Oh, nice, okay.
And,
I was just going to ask a question. Were there any class visits in September?
No,
None at all, because they would have been noted separately.
they would have been noted separately, yes. There were none. Everybody, I guess, is still getting back to school in their world. And
No, and I also mentioned at the Board of Education meeting last night with Mrs. Christensen and Mr. Garrido about, informing the teachers about class visits, and he said he was going to do that district-wide, so.
And I'll mention it Tuesday. Tuesday I'm going to the literacy night.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
be
good.
going with Susan, we're going over there.
Um, Let's see, and then this Saturday, they're having the big Halloween party, and we really decorate it. When you go downstairs, it's very spooky. No, it's really fun. That's about it. Basic, same.
Okay, director's report.
Well, our total circulation this month was up from last year 2,521 materials to 2,609, so we're on the upswing. Let's see, so we've had some interesting programs. We're having a wellness series, which started with how to eliminate belly fat, and the doctor who came was phenomenal. We had about 25 people. It was unbelievable. And next, we're going to have a diabetic solutions in November by the same group.
Are you here for the meeting?
No, the library's
Library's
closed.
closed.
It is?
On Wednesday night, we close at 5, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Let's see, we had the Broadway tunes. We're starting a new program, a couple of new programs that I just want to mention. One is Professor Daniel DiArpa. He'll be facilitating an ESL-type program called People and Stories, Gente y Cuentos programs at a glance every Monday night from 6:30 to 7:45. And this not only includes conversational English, but also a book discussion. And he'll do it, he said, for the rest of the year and see what happens and continue on. He already had 4 people,
Very good.
you know, and hasn't even really been talked about yet. We still have Monday morning ESL with Sister Ann and conversational English with Anthony on Thursday. Miss Bertha and Miss Maggie will present a once-a-month Spanish-English story time with a fun craft and refreshments. And Miss Kit is having a flannel board story time in November featuring the very hungry caterpillar. I attended a Cephlin virtual conference at the Persephone Library, which was a group webinar conference which stressed goal making, achieving, creating better websites, which we're going to be working on, and creating a better user experience in the library. We're still waiting for the ADA doors to be installed, haven't heard anything about that, and we're still waiting on the Verizon bill. We got our
Oh, you got the deal?
audit back,
Oh, I think
and
you
we're
got the deal.
absolutely perfect, there's no little remarks or anything in there.
Nice.
So, yep. And then we'll do the resolution, I have the resolution. We attended the Luck reception at the Clark Library. Me, Pat Butler, Mrs. Endler, Dan Petrosky, and Ed Weissel. And on our webpage, if you happen to click on, there's a video, and it features librarians in movies and media. It's really
very
quite
clever.
clever.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And it was created by a few of the Luck members and shown at the event. The Roselle Park Board of Ed has agreed to reimburse us $368.79 for the summer reading books purchase. And the state aid check of $5,779 was received for 2013. My report.
Thank you. Where you got the check for the?
Yes. Oh, no, not from the Board of Ed yet.
No. Okay.
But I just filled out the paperwork.
Yeah, oh, okay,
Sent it.
gotcha.
It'll probably be next month. We have to vote on it. Oh,
Is there I don't know if there is or isn't, maybe you can tell me, is there a digital infrastructure for the library? For instance, if I wanted to take out a book, or even search for a book, am I able to do that online? And
Yeah,
then
we have a
pick it up there?
catalog, library catalog.
Oh, okay, so you can do that online?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You go into our Roselle Park Library.
Mhm.
You can even Google it, and it'll come up, and then you go into it says library catalog,
Okay.
and you can search. You can also download books onto your Kindle or any of those. There's so many things you can do from our webpage.
You need to have a pin.
Yeah.
You need a pen.
Yeah, which I need to reset.
Yeah. Well, you have your library card,
I have
right?
my own.
Right.
So you just need a PIN number.
Have to come here, get the pen, and then...
You can call us.
Call.
Oh, okay.
You can request a book from any LMXAC library automatically without any extra effort. So if
Those are partner libraries?
Mhm. Yeah, most libraries in Middlesex are
You have a list of all.
We have a list. There's like about 28 or 48
Very good.
libraries. And if they don't have it, there's something called Jersey Cat,
Mhm.
and we can search all the libraries in the country and get that book for you if you want.
Is that free of charge or?
Yeah, free of charge. Everything's
Wow.
free of charge.
That's what your $72 is for.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then libraries in Union County that aren't members of LMXAC are members of Mural, Middlesex Union Reciprocal Association Libraries,
You remember it.
acronym day. You have to go in person there, like you could go to the Scotch Plains Library with your library card.
Mhm.
And as long as you're in good standing here, you can check out books there. Yeah, it's pretty,
Yes, you can go anywhere.
it's pretty extensive. It's really great. My husband's been checking out the teaching company, like audiobooks, because he does a lot of commuting, like stacks of stuff, just that would normally cost like $200 to buy
Mhm.
yourself checked out for free from the Metuchen Library, North Brunswick Library. And they all come, there's a courier that comes every day with deliveries. So, yeah, if you look behind, before you leave, look behind the desk, there's a whole slot of, books came from this library, books are going to this library. It's an amazing system, so,
It really is an amazing
Yeah.
system.
lots of resources. Okay, report of the superintendent of schools. You don't have anything, that's okay. Well, welcome. We're
But
glad to
maybe
have
we
you
can-
on board.
you can just
You can just tell us about yourself.
Yeah, a little bit about yourself.
Sure.
I am the newest administrator. Well, actually, that's not true as of the most recent board meeting. Before that, the second most recent administrator, I'm the principal at Aldine Elementary. And I can't believe that it's October already. The school year's finally out.
Yeah.
But Mr. Garrido has asked me to join you, so I'm enjoying just hearing all of the things that you're speaking about, and certainly looking at what we're doing with our library and our buildings. The elementary buildings are in the process of changing the way that we've done library and media for a while, so looking forward to it.
Thank you, and welcome. None of our elected officials are here tonight, so no report. Any other reports from any other officers or standing committees?
Just that we had talked about having a policy, directing a policy for social media last time we met. So what I did is I went to my friends' library throughout New Jersey and got some samples of what they do for social media resolutions. And then I also went to Doreen, who was very helpful, and she downloaded some of the town ones for me so I could get a chance to see them. So I'm thinking that if we could form a committee, perhaps that might be the way to go about it.
Okay.
Wanted to know what everybody thought about that, and certainly need help. I would, be very happy to chair that, but definitely need somebody to help me out with
Since we're missing so many people tonight, do you want to
I
send out
know.
an email and?
that. Please, yeah, I will.
So.
Yeah, absolutely. Just wanted to check it out with you first.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a great idea.
And I went to the Board of Education meeting last night at Sherman School. It was wonderful. Ms. Christensen took us on a tour of the library at Sherman School, and these plans were I downloaded them online from the superintendent's report. Remember, I showed you them last year. And actually, it was almost similar to what they had planned to do. It looks very nice. The only bad thing is that the children are not able to take out as many books as they used to. And maybe you could address that too, because there's not a lot of staff there anymore for classes and such. A lot of volunteers and a lot of parents are helping, which is a really good sign. But they're taking out one book every 2 weeks. So, Mr. Garrido actually took a few minutes and just addressed how wonderful our library was here, how helpful you've been, and that was nice to have him say that, because we certainly are trying very hard here to fill, the gap in between.
We have people who take out 40 books
Yeah.
at a time.
There's no limit?
No, well, in reality, there is a limit, but there really isn't.
Okay.
How long they get to keep the books? How long do they take
100.
them?
Yeah, we don't let them take out 100. But as long as people bring those books back, and their children's books, why not?
Oh, okay.
Older books.
But what are you doing, like a 2 week? 2 week?
2 weeks, yeah.
But the library looked very pretty. I mean, they did a really nice job of moving the computers in, and it looks very efficient. We also toured the new kindergarten classrooms, which were beautiful. They did a great job
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
you know, arranging the facility there. Al, you were there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, are you going to have an open house also for your next meeting, a Board of Education meeting, where you'll be taking,
Yes, we're gonna.
At
we're gonna-
Aldine
we're gonna
School?
go. We're gonna
Okay.
go, yeah.
I'd like to go to that. Do you know when that one would be? Thank you.
That's the next board meeting.
It's the next one.
Yeah, it's November 4th.
Oh, is
It's
it?
election day,
Oh,
election
I
day.
cannot go election day, sorry. I'm working, so.
It's gonna be election day, yeah.
Okay. And then there's going to be one also at Robert Gordon, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The schools are sharing the responsibility of hosting the meetings.
We're always on Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure to visit you at the next board meeting then, okay? I'll get here this time. So I definitely want to see your schools.
Okay. Do you have any reports of special committees?
What do you think the resolution would be under? Is that like this?
New business?
New business, okay.
Or, well, we have it under old business, because it was brought up last time, we just needed the text, so. Okay, let's, can I have a motion to open the public portion of the meeting?
So moved.
A second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Public portion is now open. If you'd like to address the board, please stand, state your name and address, and your concerns.
Stand?
Or sit, or curtsy.
Or Neil.
Jacob Nagura, 612 Sheridan Avenue, Roselle Park. Good evening. Item 17 on the agenda, old business. Is that going to be discussed tonight?
Yes,
Resolution on DVD lending period extension
yes.
is going to be discussed. Okay. Checking accounts. At the last council meeting, the borough had an audit report, last year's report that they do, that everybody is okay. The library was not mentioned. The library was clean.
Perfect, that's what I just said in here.
It's perfect.
It's
Perfect.
perfect, yeah.
I know, perfect.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a loudspeaker here.
That's thanks to Michelle.
She does a great
And
work.
now Bertha, who's helping her. But Michelle is like unbelievable bookkeeper.
And Mrs. Butler mentioned the media center at Sherman School. Alex, you didn't mention anything about it.
So
You're on
no,
a- You're on a board.
it's, all parents should come and see it.
And you folks mentioned the telephone. Perhaps if you send them a letter and saying, we want to put service in.
Oh, then they'll be here right away.
Thank you.
I have a motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
Nothing, Saul? You have nothing to say? Wow. This is some meeting. All right.
No other comments? Can I have a motion to close the public portion?
I'll motion to close.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Okay, public portion is now closed. Everybody should have gotten an email about the DVD resolution.
The amended DVDs.
I can't help it,
I
grammar.
know. I'm so
There's
bad
nothing
with
wrong with
grammar.
perfection.
Right?
So you want to see real fast.
I get switchy with extraneous. It was basically what was discussed at the last meeting, just write it down.
The only thing is, with this, because I was here. Would this deprive potentially other patrons from getting their hands on a DVD? I mean, I would assume somebody who borrows a DVD would want to see it. Like a 3-day period is enough time. No?
Not necessarily, you know, I'm here on, say I came to the library today, and I saw a DVD and I want to watch it on Friday, I don't have time to watch it tonight, but I want to watch it on Friday night. And then I can't get back until Monday. So some people only have one day a week where they can come to the library to bring it, or.
Most libraries have it 7 days.
Most libraries.
Yes, and the
Yes.
reason we only had 3 days was because we didn't have a lot of DVDs initially.
Right.
But now we have plenty. And
How
it's
many
like
do
a,
we have? How many do we have? More than 200?
oh, I'd say at least 800.
Oh, okay. All right.
But that's not the point. If let's say they want a popular book, you have to be on a waiting list and
Oh,
wait
okay.
for it. So,
Okay.
We're not doing holds though on DVDs.
no,
No.
well, that might be something we might do eventually, but this is the first step.
All right.
Okay. Do you have a printed copy?
I do.
Yeah. Did you do?
Is that the new one? We
No,
have to-
no,
No, that's the
Not
old
with the
one.
revisions, I copied some white out.
So you can't use mine.
Here's the,
Thank you. You cannot use mine.
Seven calendar days, right? Do you do business days?
7 calendar days.
well, we don't include Sunday because we're not open.
Okay, so 6, oh, okay.
So it would be, if you took it out Monday, it would be due the following Monday.
Oh, okay.
It's an easy way for people to remember to bring it back to, I think, a loan period is easier.
Yeah, a week to a week.
It's easier.
And you know, it's tough to charge people $2 a day when they don't return their videos, you know.
That's actually $1.
Right.
20 a day.
Absolutely, we're competing with those
Yeah.
other services, so I think it's a good call to do this.
So it's $2 if they don't return it back on that Monday?
Day.
Well,
$2
for
on
after 3
Tuesday?
days. So if you took it out today,
Uh-huh.
it's due back Monday. And if you didn't bring it back till Tuesday, it was $2 for each video.
So it's be back before the library opens. Right.
Right, so if you're only allowed 3 videos, take out 3 videos, that could be $6.
It gets expensive.
I see.
Purposely.
But our videos like our exercise videos and our cooking videos, those kind of things, have always gone out for 7 days.
Mm.
So our
How's the movie?
educational,
The nonfiction, yeah.
instructional videos.
Okay.
So we're just going to, across the board,
Consistent,
consistency, right?
easy, and if you're in 8 days, it makes sense for you to charge them $2. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I will read the resolution. Resolution 214. Be it resolved that the Roselle Park Veterans Memorial Library will extend the loan date on all DVDs to 1 week from 3 days, going into effect December 1st, 2014. We'll take a roll call vote. Can somebody second the resolution, please?
So,
Second. Okay, Pat Butler,
Yeah, aye.
Dexter,
Aye.
Sunjata,
Aye.
Julianne? Okay, so it passes. Great. Thank you. All right.
You signed it, right?
I was going to.
And then I'll
Is there
just
enough
have
room?
Elizabeth sign it next month.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'd also talked last month about closing early,
December?
Mondays in December. Do you have that data?
We did, and
Or-
it wasn't conducive, so we'll
Yeah,
stay
so
open
zero.
Mondays,
Okay.
yeah.
I just wanted to
But
make sure
the
that was-
week of, between Christmas and New Year's,
Those 2 days.
Yeah,
2
that-
Mondays.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
so
should.
let's have a resolution for the next meeting.
Yeah, I'll
just
have a
to be sure
resolution for
that
the next
That's
meeting.
through
You know.
those 2 days.
Dotted and crossed.
All right.
Okay.
That is the 22nd.
Right.
Yeah.
what time would you close?
5,
Oh, 5, okay.
instead of staying open till 8. 'cause-
Yep. Nobody's gonna come.
I think that's actually just, is a good way, that process works well then, right? Kind of an idea, we talked about it, kind of ask for data and come to the different conclusions. So I'm glad to see, you know, even though we're meeting once a month and, you know, kind of, but we come to the right decision, it sounds like, and it's good to see the process
Yeah.
work.
It hasn't always worked that way. This happens to be a very cohesive, very nice group.
But we also cover a lot
We
of
can
areas.
change it if
Yes,
you'd like,
one meeting a
but,
month.
So we cover a lot. Any new business?
Oh, I just want to ask, did you ever get the yearbook from the
No.
school? You never did? All right,
No,
I'll-
and I mentioned it to Pedro, he was here last time, he said he'll definitely get it for me. He probably forgot.
Well,
I'll
I asked
send-
them also, okay, all right.
Should I send him another email?
Yeah, send
or-
them another email.
Okay.
All right, barring any other new business? Our next meeting be November 19th.
that's the original schedule.
Yes, that's the,
It'd be nice if he could be consistent.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this month's meeting changes.
Because it wouldn't be, yeah,
Yeah.
the following one.
Yeah, that's not
It's
happening.
always the third
Yeah.
Wednesday. Well, not always, but it used to be always.
So we'll send out a reminder, otherwise that should already be everybody's.
All right.
All right, can I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Not everybody's,
Can somebody motion to adjourn the meeting?
not everybody wants to stay.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second. All right. All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstentions? Thank you very much.
Suzanne,